Encephalitis, the most damage encephalitis can do to you, once you're recovered and communicating and back to living at home, what encephalitis does is it manipulates, it changes your judgment skills and your communication skills, specifically judgment skills. When you make big decisions in your life, you think things through. But when you have encephalitis, you can't think things through. You make the first decision that comes to mind, whether it's a bad decision, whether it's a dumb decision, whether it's an irresponsible decision. I was basically like a 22-year-old with the common sense of a 6-year-old.
I mean, he couldn't remember that, you know, this was a shirt or this was a table. He didn't know the names. So I went and labeled everything in the hospital: wall, window,
clock.
I mean, his food I labeled orange, milk. And so the speech therapist had come in and picked up an orange and said, you know, can you tell me what this is? And he said, yeah, that's an orange. And she was like, that's great. And she turned it around and it had the label orange written on it. And she was like, oh. I said, yeah, I'm sorry, I labeled everything. Thinking that would help, but.
Took the proper, they said because he had the proper medication within 48 hours, because he was young, his chances of recovery were 90%. But they didn't know when he would recover. And at first, they said he would have to withdraw from LSU, and I thought, oh, it's not that bad. I mean, after he gets over this, maybe he can make up his test, because they were out for Mardi Gras holiday. But as it progressed, he was in the hospital for 10 days, and he didn't know his name. He didn't know our name. I saw where it was serious.
But the one that I noticed was definitely my mom. She, by far, took it the hardest. And I used to call her every day because I'd stay home with nothing to do. So if I had an idea or a question, I must have called her at least 10 times a day while she was working at the Catholic school at the front desk. And all she could do is, no matter what the idea is, she would just have to calm me down and tell me not to do it or think it through. And she was really worried about me because it doesn't matter what she said, I may do it anyway.
It was hard. It was hard. Not knowing the future. I'd sit at my desk at work and the water would just fall out of my face because I missed the old Jacob so much. But God was good. He gave him back. I just had to wait.
If I can raise awareness to save lives and not let encephalitis claim another victim, then I'd call this film a success.